Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So pretty simple breakfast. Blueberry yogurt, scrambled eggs, I call omelet style, because you don't scramble them in the pan. You scramble it in a bowl, but then you put it in a frying pan and then you let it cook flat and then you turn it over. So instead of putting cheese, and you could put mushrooms and onions and green peppers and ham and whatever omelet you want to make, but this is just a egg, the salt and pepper. Cranberry oats bagel, but I forgot to pick up sour cream. Any type of bagel I like sour cream on, but I just put butter. I toast it, and so pretty healthy. I make coffee. Cook my eggs in olive oil. And nothing much going on. Talked about yesterday. Walked back. The pond is going to pick me up tonight because it's a chance of rain today. I took one of those sausage, Italian sausage, big bag of it for $10 at no frill. Get probably about 13 or 14 in it for $10. I used to buy a pack. A pie, now it's a pack of 4, so that's definitely worth it. There could be more, I never counted them. At least between 15 and 20 for $10. I took one of them and I ground beef and I made cooked it in frying pan, just little balls. Then I put the eggplant, an onion, salt and pepper and garlic powder, and then little cherry tomatoes, cut them in half. After that was cooked, I put it in a container. I grated cheese on top of it and just closed it. That's what I had, an apple pie. Today, it's only $4, and it's a meal. Butter, chicken, and rice. And I bought it before, I think they were half price. Or 2 for $4 set up. And I taste that, and I taste the beef with broccoli and rice, which I really didn't like, but the buttered chicken. And I knew I would want something different this week after all that turkey and everything, you know. Because when I came home after work, of course, I made a turkey sandwich. So, anyhow, I got that buttered. That cheese thing, I'm going to wait because I think I'm going to cook something for me and Ian and LaPonda this weekend. I'll get LaPonda to bring over, or I'll go over and get a pizza pocket or something. Cook it in the oven same time. I seen something, that's why. I was gonna pick up the sausages, but wasn't in a bag of them for $10. Well, you know, I had to get that. Better to have more than that. So I think I'll make not pay week, so we look on this weekend off. But I'll tell her Sunday night, don't cook supper. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna do, because I got that Greek spice. Because I picked up salmon, just small, well, it's a bag of salmon, and there's some big pieces and little pieces and whatever. I picked up the sweet and sour sauce. Honey garlic or whatever. And then I got the Greek, so I don't know which one I'm going to do the salmon. I'm thinking more sweet and sour. Then I'll have rice again tomorrow, though. That's the only thing. Unless I do that on Friday. Today is Wednesday, right? So I might do that on Friday, the salmon. Tomorrow I'll decide what I'll do. I'll decide tonight, because I have to take the I do have turkey freezing, but I do have a turkey meal with potatoes and carrots and gravy, cranberries. Did I put dressing? Mess up. I think I'll have that tomorrow. And then on Friday I'll have the fish. Fish Friday, right? That's Catholic. I know from our neighbor there, they're really strict. She's French from Acadian. One of these days, though, I wouldn't get LaPonda to taste it because I know she wouldn't like it. I can just spit to her. But that's someone's tradition, you know? And I like it. I might make a poutine râpé. Not the poutine with French fries and cheese curds and gravy. A poutine râpé. Or I could do râpé pie. You can do it with turkey. You can do it with pork. You can do it or chicken, beef. Râpé pie is almost the same. Because you got your raw grated potatoes and you got your mashed potatoes. The only thing I like though, you put it in a pan and then you put butter on top when it's almost cooked and you get a nice crispy crust on top. That's why the potato pancake you do the same. But you don't do the boiled potatoes, you do the scrape. And you cook it with butter, and then you got that crisp. Now, the potato nappe, you boil it. So, it tastes similar because of the raw potato and the baked potato. Mashed potatoes, should say. We've got the same it's just like fish cakes. Cook it in the butter and then you got that brown, crispy, right? A lot of potatoes up that way. My grandfather, he was, on Dad's side, see, he was working he was living in PEI, and around that area, they wouldn't start school until after the potato season in the fall, like September, the root vegetables and that. They would start school after, because they knew a lot of kids worked in the garden. We're talking years ago, before all the big machines and stuff, you know. But Grampy decided to stay there. All year round. My grandfather's last name, he took over the family's name. His last name's different. So, Neil started going there, and of course, he was staying at the house. And the post office is the one that changed his name. All the correspondence and everything that was mailed was in his was in the family's name. So he just took over the family's name. I wonder when he was in World War II there, if he used his real name, or I don't think they asked for a whole lot of ID back then. Granny had his number. She passed on. Dad's mom. Mom that time with the ladies' auxiliary. Well, she dragged me to every event. Peeling potatoes and working in the kitchen and whatever event the Legion, and our whole family was in with the Legion. And she dragged me outside. We'd freeze. I wasn't allowed in the liquor store. Selling poppies. We did some cold. I mean, when she volunteered, I volunteered too, even though I was 7, 8 years old. I was still there. So when I turned 19, but I think the ladies' auxiliary, how it came about, was when the husband was in the military. They're usually older and women, but anyway, when I turned 19, the only reason my mom wanted me to be a member is because in the summertime they have a lobster and plate and a potato salad and all that, and And for the Legion, Ladies Auxiliary, it only cost $5, or back then. It's pretty cheap anyway. I don't know if it was $3 or $5 for regular or $10 for regular, and I don't know. But anyway, that's the only reason. So, those women, they said I was too young. Wow. Wow. Mom gets on the horn. Mom got in Ladies Auxiliary through her brother. Because her brothers was in the army and military, and they were overseas and everything. There's different ranks, right? He gets right on the phone calls. Granny gets Grampy's military number. She was gonna have me upstairs with the old men. The guys that fought the war and everything. I could have went. With my grandfather, I would have had higher standards than these old women. She would have done that just to show them. You can't refuse me. When I had more power than they did. With the ranking. Because I don't think they were military wives. But anyway, I told Mom I don't want to go upstairs. But once they found out though, I think my aunt, she was part of the Mom's sister, because later she was a commissioner or whatever. Or not a commissioner. She was the head of the, about 10 years later, she was the head of the Ladies Auxiliary, so she probably said. Because we served them. When I got older, and they had some type of banquet or whatever, those old men upstairs and all over, they would come from everywhere. And we would cook in the kitchen that, and then we would serve them their meal. They would have been serving me. Mom, never even thought of that one. Just thinking about it now. And she would make sure I was there too. Sitting there, having those old women serve me after they refused me in the Ladies Auxiliary. I think my aunt said, I put more volunteer, because you had to volunteer your hours. Volunteer hours, because she knew Mom dragged me all over the place. And I did all that. She knew it. And then some of those women in the Ladies Auxiliary, how could refuse me? Because of my butt off and everything. Now it's just no big deal. I don't think there was a Legion here, but they closed it down. There must be. There's got to be one in Edmonton, that's big, but I think there's one in Devon or around this area anyway. But yeah, she would have had them serving me. I wasn't even thinking about that. That spry old woman, I tell you, she always called Granny. Got Granby's military number. I said, I don't want to go up there. All those old men. Jesus. I mean old. They were like in World War I and II, like old. Just because my grandfather, see. Mostly, they were more than me that could have done that. They just went to the ladies' auxiliary. They weren't going to go upstairs with the old man. She would have started something, that one. Oh, there would have been a lot of complaining and everything. Put me in an awkward situation, that would have been. I think she told Granny though. They refused me in ladies' auxiliary. Said I was too young. They seen me in the kitchen peeling potatoes and carrots all the time. All the time. There's always an event going on. Because they would get money. They would do anniversaries and birthdays and use a Legion for that. And the person would have to pay the Legion, of course, but for the event, and food and entertainment and whatever, you know, and the meal, and so they were always something going on. A lot of things. But they got another hall now. They still got the Legion, but they got a hall because when I went down for my my cousin's funeral there, not too long ago, there's another. They had the Holy Rosary Hall too, but there's this other place where they do it. Legion must have lost money having more places to rent out, eh? So they had the Holy Rosary Hall, which should be still there. Maybe, I think it's a cheaper place, maybe. And I don't think there were a kitchen, I'm not sure, it didn't look like it, so you bring in your own food sort of thing, like the family. I mean, I think maybe that's, anyhow, so yeah, I could get into ladies' auxiliary or the other one, if they were Legion nearby, but that takes a lot of your time. You have to do so many hours, like, they don't count them, but believe me, they recognize if you do. A lot of volunteer for them, see. And then you gotta pay dues, and they went up. You do all this work for them and everything, and I think, because a lot of people are members, and they just pay memberships, and they go to activities like dances or whatever they have, blah, blah, blah. But the ones that do volunteer, because not everybody does, they shouldn't have to pay dues. You're volunteering your time and doing all this stuff. Because I remember there were a lot of potlucks, and Mom didn't have to serve or wait or whatever, but she would make something, cook something for like sort of like a potluck. But I remember standing outside freezing our butt off, selling poppies outside liquor store. Seemed like they always put her at the liquor store for some reason, but there were other places, and we could go inside, but we weren't. I don't think we were allowed bugging people. We had to stay outside. Never put a price on a poppy. If they took a poppy, didn't put anything in, not supposed to say nothing. No price, it's a volunteer thing. Never go door to door selling poppies. We could say, do you want to buy a poppy? We could say that. And pin it on them. They won't do it, that was fine, but because it's supposed to be where your heart is, not on this side, but on that side, right? Just up here. So I should let you guys go. At least I don't have to cook dinner. It's that frozen thing. It's rice and it's buttered chicken. It's pretty good. $4. Quite a bit in it too. I'll have that with pumpkin pie. It's with the cinnamon and the, it'll go good with it. Have that with the pumpkin pie. Yeah. That'd be a good supper. I bought a couple pops at the dollar store, so I don't have to go to the dollar store today because I knew it said chances of rain. So anywho, oh man, you guys all have a good day and stay safe and cigarette time.